Hi guys, and welcome to VYO Radio. In this video we will be talking about a game called Medieval Kingdom Wars. It is available on ENEBA and on Steam, and more than likely other platform devices on your PC. It is not, that I know of, available on Xbox or PS4. Could be wrong though, but this is a game I've never heard about, I've never really played, and I kind of want to show y'all a little bit about it because I'm fairly impressed with the picture quality in here. I'm going to help y'all out just a little bit, and we're going to go into the store here, and apologize for that. Feature. Second. Alright. Hold on, sorry about that, y'all. Okay, hold on one second. I don't know why, because I'm spelling it wrong, guys. So, Medieval Kingdom Wars. This is a game that was $1 on ENEBA. It still is, guys. So come check it out. We're gonna watch this video.
There are a lot of exciting features in the game, so let's see if we can cover at least some of them today. The game is about medieval life and the horrors of combat, when armies clash in the field, and when great sieges erupt in blood and gore, because let's not fool ourselves, it's the Middle Ages. People won't just politely knock on the door. It's the game that we at Reverie World Studios always dreamed of making once we'd mastered the strategy genre. There will be single player, multiplayer, including dual co-op, where players share command of one epic town, and of course the long immersive single player campaign, in which you get to reshape the history of Europe in the best traditions of grand strategy gaming. Today our focus is the campaign mode. Long, immersive, full of massive, bloody sieges. In the 14th century, the 100 Years' War erupted, with England and France fighting for land, but it quickly escalated into monarchies grasping for each other's thrones and fighting for sheer survival. The living map. Whatever happens on the battle map will show up on the world map, and the other way around. It all unfolds in real time. Here we're looking at medieval Orléans in France. The geography is rigorously accurate. Towns are vast and sprawling and precisely rendered historical reproductions. The player starts off with one, then expands his control over others. It's pretty peaceful right now, but it won't be for long because, well, that wouldn't be much fun. The player knows this, and he's getting ready to defend his realm and add to it in the time-honored manner of invading his neighbors. You can see him building up the economy in the RTS mode. There are 17 resources in the game, including 4 core resources, food, stone, iron, and wood, as well as a global resource, silver. Or will it result in the town population starving? Will I have enough coin to pay them? Medieval Kingdom Wars is a survival game at its core. It's a good idea to upgrade those walls because it's only a matter of time till someone starts tossing rocks at them. Notice the way there are no buttons and no countless stats in the main user interface. Instead, we introduce the concept of court advisors that the player recruits and interacts with, giving it an added human touch. For example, the steward is in charge of various upgrades, improvements, and research.
Dost need a report, Your Grace?
The 14th century was a time of extraordinary breakthroughs in science and engineering, and the game reflects that with an extremely complex tech tree. Feudal relations and diplomacy also play a critical role. The player starts the game as a minor lord and over time must build relations with the king as well as with neighboring lords. And eventually you can even rebel, overthrowing the king. Guess what? That really expands the possibility.
Okay, so I've got to kind of say a little bit of something here. I have played the game just a little briefly with a tutorial, and I can do that if y'all would like. Just message me in the chat box, like the video, and I'll go ahead and do that tutorial for you. So the battles, I'd have to say, defense battles is great. I played it. I played through the first tutorial. I haven't gotten that far into it. I just gotten literally into the first tutorial, and I was very impressed with the graphics. I was impressed with the overall feel of the game. It made me kind of, like the guy said, you know, it made me feel like it made me feel really good. It made me feel like I was living during the medieval times here. So they did a great job. Again, this game was made by 3 people. Okay, my impression of the game so far is fairly well. I haven't again played through the main map area here, but I'm gonna go ahead and play the video, finish the video out, and hope y'all enjoy it.
Abilities, recruiting new lords, awarding lands, and directly influencing European politics. Spring is here, and it's time for campaign season. Always best to fight during the summer. When sending armies across the world map, you need to always consider the terrain. Rivers, tight mountain passes, and even the English Channel can be a good place to ambush an enemy army. An enemy army outfitted for siege or field combat will often be heavily disadvantaged fighting at sea, and vice versa. Ever tried to besiege a town with nothing but swords, chipping away at stone walls? But the towns you'll besiege are huge, so battles require multiple armies, and the player will have to work with other AI lords on sieges and defense. Getting along with at least some of your neighbors.
Okay, so I've got to admit, I wonder how the AI, I wonder if the AI actually helps out, or if they're going to be more of a hindrance. That's what I'm not sure of, so I'm interested to see about that.
Neighbors will turn out to be surprisingly helpful. Right now, this player is going places history never went. He's playing the French, and he's invading English soil, the city of Dover. He's got a dozen different siege engines, and he's joined by another French lord, controlled by the AI, that has blockaded the city with a palisade, getting ready to starve the defenders.
The enemy has attacked. Marry, they will not die well in
One
this.
mighty machine here.
Medieval Kingdom Wars combines fixed force with build and destroy gameplay. So while our player and his ally have brought some forces with them from the world map, he's also going to create a siege camp and train more units for this battle. Attackers are in a better position since they can hunt, pillage nearby villages, and have plenty of resources at their disposal. Meanwhile, the defenders are probably having a meal of fried rats and dogs, and literally dismantling their own homes for resources. This leads to another problem. Citizens in the city can rise up if things go badly. They'll starve, stop paying taxes, and pretty much make your job miserable. Uneasy lies ahead, then, where's the crown? Your feet are to the fire and you're in command. So whatever happens, well, everyone will blame you. It unfolds across England, France, the Holy Roman Empire, the Kingdom of Castile, and the Italian city-states. 100 years of war for you to get lost in. Welcome to Medieval Kingdom Wars, a new grand strategy game from our indie studio. Let me introduce you to the inglorious 100 Years' War. Today, well, it's 1419, and England is making its big move to capture Paris. The English king is Henry V, and he holds the doddering old French king Charles VI as hostage. You can see Paris is a huge, meticulously recreated copy of the actual medieval city.
Okay, so I gotta admit, the cities in this are amazing. Okay, it really truly puts yourself in an immersive medieval time era. So I love it. I'll definitely be playing it. So
our goal is to recreate all the large towns of medieval Europe with this kind of detail. There's truly some breathtaking stuff here. That's worth defending, right? In history, the French heir apparent was Charles VII, and it took him quite a while to get any real military skills under his belt. You're Charles VII here, and you're getting ready to defend Paris, and you've already got your act together, because, well, unlike Charles, you've been playing these kinds of games for years, right?
Longbows, string 'em.
You know the English are coming, and you're getting ready to make them regret contaminating France with their tea and crumpets. The game involves fixed forces as well as base building. So first, let's get our existing garrison troops onto the walls and into the towers.
okay, guys. So I gotta admit, the interface is very interesting. I like it. I think that the colors could be a little more vibrant as you can see right here. It makes it a little difficult to see the characters just a smidge. But other than that, I think that in playing it before, I really truly believe that. I just think that these characters should be a little more vibrant. Should poke out a little more, but other than that, that's just a minor complaint. That's something that doesn't pertain to how well the game plays. But let's move on.
As well as making the best of the existing garrison, we also need to build up the infrastructure of Paris and train new troops. When directly controlling the city, as opposed to working from the world map, the combat infrastructure and micromanagement of the economy come into play. There are resources that have to be managed: stone, iron, wood, and food. Food are the basic ones, but there are 17 resources altogether which can fire up your economy.
He said there are 17 resources, by the way, if you didn't catch that.
Of the Great Recession. Now the French player is taking care of some last-minute military preparations and recruiting as many troops as we can afford. It's a tricky thing to pull off because every soldier has to get paid. And that means raising taxes on your citizens. Every soldier has to be fed, and that's food you're taking away from your citizens. We just moved from the autumn into the winter of 1419-1420.
Okay, so guys, there's a lot of economic things going on in the game.
Other events around the kingdom. Even a minor lord will have several villages, towns, and battles to manage simultaneously.
Alright, so we're going to, for partial reasons that my internet connection for some reason, guys, is being a little wonky. It's been raining and storming out, so I deeply apologize that y'all won't be able to watch the full video, but y'all got to watch about 1.5 videos. But the guys I kind of summarized it for you there. The guy kind of did too. It's great. So far, I like the game, but I've only gotten to the tutorial. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Again, check it out on ENEBA. Go to ENEBA games, okay, and sign up there on ENEBA, and you can get the game for about $1. Yes, $1. I'm not kidding. There's no gimmicks. There's nothing like that, okay? Or you can get it off of Steam for about $20. It's up to you. But I'd recommend signing up for ENEBA and getting that Steam key as quickly as possible. Make sure you click the Steam Global for the Medieval Kingdom Wars. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and yeah.